Hello, everybody. Once again, back for a rapid game. I played a couple games today. Had my first loss today on this account, and also a nice win. Let's play d4. Knight c6. I think I'll play knight f3. Often we see d6 or d5 in these positions. I have a couple ways of playing here. I of course could play c4 or even e4. Actually, I feel inclined to play e4. This is a very unusual way of playing. So knight f6, maybe we're backing into some sort of philidor. I can just play bishop c4, I think. Will my opponent play e6 then? This is a bit weird. I mean, of course I could play knight to c3, but it's also not what I had in mind entirely. Shouldn't spend too much time here. I mean, okay, so if I play bishop c4, I have to contend with this, and I don't know what's going on there. So let's just play knight c3. A very odd play by my opponent. I really shouldn't have spent all that time. Wow, so bishop c2, or bishop e2 to break the pin. I still want, I mean, e5 is coming, or e6. Do I just hit the bishop now? Sure, why not? Okay, probably castles. I shouldn't spend too much of my life trying to refute openings that probably can't be refuted. I should play d5 at some point, especially now that the e7 square is taken. I think this is a good moment for it as well. Takes, and then I can take back with the pawn. Takes here, of course I'll recapture. I have a lot of space here, which is very nice. I can definitely play knight to d4, encouraging the trade of bishops here. Then queen takes, then castles. Maybe rook e1, rook e8. I don't think I can play here safely without allowing these tactics in the future. And spending some time here, I mean, I have a lot of good moves. I shouldn't have to spend too much time here. I just want to be precise because I feel like obviously black has played wrong, and this might be my opportunity. I don't want to just miss my opportunity and let black consolidate, but this is going to be a pain in the neck for a while. So I obviously don't want to trade for this bishop if I don't have a good reason. Bishop check will just be met by a knight to d7. You know what? I think there is something to be said for, I mean, this isn't a great piece of mine, and it's very forcing. Like, we Can now try to make problems in black's position. Black doesn't want to play b6, makes the square very weak, and because of my strong knight here, it would make development of this piece very hard without allowing, like, knight c6, for instance, in the future. At the same moment, queen c8 is obviously not how black intended to develop their pieces, and it's very hard to play some move with an idea of counterattacking because I haven't moved my bishop yet. This pawn is not actually weak. So queen c8, yeah, felt kind of forced. Now rook e1 is met by rook e8. And then maybe bishop g5. Knight here. I'm not winning, obviously. And then I'd have knight f5. Okay, but there's no reason not to play actively. So, attacking my queen first. I didn't really think about a6. Where would we want to go with our queen? Maybe d3? We can imagine that the knight is going to outpost here. I don't want to make my queen a target. But probably my queen needs to come to f3. Or something like that. So I want to be able to support this square for my knight, for this knight. So I am going to come to d3. It's not an immediate target because this bishop still has to be solved. The problem of defending that. So perhaps I go here. Bishop retreats. I think it's also safe to go here. So if I go here, does he have some sort of one of these tactics? He might. No, he shouldn't. I would take, rook takes, queen takes, and I'd have knight here. So at least this way it makes it awkward for him to bring the bishop back without allowing some sort of bishop takes f6. And I don't think that this tactic works. So now I want to play knight here, and then if knight e5, what happens? Knight f5, knight e5. My knight's in danger. I am running out of time. Rook takes, pawn takes. Takes, rook takes, bishop takes. I'm not actually like winning. I'm just giving up the exchange. So I can go here. He can go here probably and force off the bishops. I still have a slightly better position, but at this point I think I just have to start playing on instinct without really trying to outdo my opponent. I think I kind of failed at the omission of outplaying my opponent. based on the opening. So I need to be more practical now. Bishop f8. Slightly surprises me. I feel like I'm now starting to have... Okay, so maybe we'll see g6. Maybe. Obviously, if he trades rooks, I'll just pre-move that. I think knight takes g7 is a real threat, though, so he needs to do something about that. And he does. Although, is that the way to go about it? Alright, h6 takes... Yeah, that looks fine for him. Maybe this is time. f3? f3 is a weird move. The idea is to defend here. Okay, I'm going to play it anyways. I don't think we'll see h6. h6 seems very provocative. I would like to trade once and then get my other rook. Basically, his rook is out of the game, my rook is out of the game. But if I do this trade, only his rook will be out of the game. Again, underneath 2 minutes here, so hopefully we don't get into a time scramble. He did play h6. I didn't think that that would happen. He obviously can't play here without dropping this pawn. Okay, h6 makes sense. Obviously, relieving some pressure here. Allowing for knight e5, perhaps. And then my knight will be in danger. So I might have to come back. Maybe I can go here and threaten knight here. If knight here, I can come to e4, I think. Maybe I should have played king f1 rather than f3. Oh no, did I blunder? Okay, I don't think I blundered, but that was very close. So I think, well, one of these pieces is going to recapture, I think. And that gives me a chance to fix my the problem with my queen. So let's go here. Come back, queen d3. Knight back, queen here. Oh my god, that's not what... Oh my god. Oh my god. What have I done? Did I... Man, this whole commentary thing. I thought that I was... thought it wasn't affecting my state of play, but I don't think I've ever done something like that. So, who knows? I'll be very embarrassed to post this game, but I don't want to just have a missing game in the timeline. Maybe I could just hide it away. So obviously queen there is not the right move. Am I just lost at this point then? How do I protect my knight? Queen here. Huh. Well, I can sit and stare at it and scratch my head, or I can just get the answer. Let's request a computer analysis. Oh, that's so painful. I hate it when I screw something up like that. Because black played in a way where they would never have a positional advantage, and I got a little crazy trying to prove something. So really, the whole burden of the loss was on me. My opponent, well, almost basically, my opponent didn't play that game, so to speak. I dictated everything, and I even dictated my own loss. So it feels bad to author your own loss. Yeah, because point is just better forever. Yeah, this was a bit much. Placing, I was going for cheapos on g7, and I've already put my knight on a unprotected square. F3 was very, um, I don't even think ambitious is the right word. It's very optimistic. So yeah, I just need to retreat my knight. I missed knight g6. Yeah, and actually, okay, so it doesn't matter that I gave up my queen. I was losing the knight. Very unfortunate. So how can we improve on this? I mean, okay, so first of all, yeah, I mean, why not play e4 here? Knight f6. c3 is a move. Why is, oh, c3 is a move. c3 is a clever move. c3 takes, and then you have d5, and then you have check picking up the piece. I like c3. Knight c3, bishop g4. Yeah, bishop e3. Bishop e3 is probably got to be better than bishop e2 because then we can castle queenside. Much more standard way of playing is to castle queenside. Bishop e2, but okay, h3 castles. I just thought that this would be better for. There's a famous old game. I'll have to find that and maybe link it in the video description. But there's a famous old game that goes something like this. White just plays all these normal moves, and then before you know it, black is like lost. And I thought it would just go something like that, but I was wrong, obviously. So what should I have done here? I'm not saying that all the moves prior to this were the best moves, but this is like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with my position at this point, so we can take this as a leaping point for learning. Knight f5 is even suggested here, even though there's knight e5. I guess because I can always take on e7. Just f4. f4 is very ambitious as well. Yeah, already black is off the hook here. Maybe I shouldn't have traded these light squared bishops. Or just queen b5. Wasn't as good as I thought it was. I just thought black would be fine here. I mean, okay, yeah, of course white is better, but white was better where I was headed to. I must sound pretty salty, and the truth is I am very salty. I won't disguise it. Man, I'm making all this big talk about getting to 2400. I don't know how I did it in the first place because I'm struggling with people well below that rating. Yeah, you can't get to 2400 with games like this. All right, anyways, what am I going to learn from this game so that doesn't happen again? Well, I think I'm going to get a more ambitious setup than with knight c3. I like the move c3. Knight c3 is fine, actually. Maybe with bishop e3 and queen d2. The most, as I point the arrow to d3, the most ambitious way to fight any sort of Philidor or Pirc or whatever you want to call this setups by black is with the long castling, especially in a position here where black hasn't played c6 to facilitate some queenside expansion. I think it's a safer bet to go queenside. So yeah, so we can see like bishop e3, e6. Okay, yeah, maybe h3 here, bishop h5, or d5. You know, it's not. The masters aren't going for the queenside castling, so I obviously have something to learn here. I'm gonna find that game, that famous game. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna link it in the description, and that's how I'm gonna learn from this experience. But thank you very much for sitting here with me in solace as I mourn this terrible loss. And I hope that you play better because of this loss and don't experience this yourself in the future. I'll see you in the next games and we will recover.